Conquering rocky trails and uneven terrain requires a truck that does not just look tough but actually sits high enough to clear the debris, which is exactly why the ground clearance numbers on the 2026 Toyota Tacoma are causing such a stir among off-road enthusiasts. When assessing a mid-size pickup truck designed for dirt and mud, the distance from the lowest point of the chassis to the ground is absolutely critical for survival in the wild. Factory data shows that depending on the specific trim level, this truck offers varying degrees of elevation to suit different needs. The base models start with a highly respectable 9.4 inches of clearance, which translates to roughly 23.8 centimeters. However, looking at the top-tier TRD Pro and Trailhunter trims, that number climbs up to an impressive 11 inches, or 27.9 centimeters, thanks to specialized suspension setups and larger 33-inch all-terrain tires. Beyond just riding high, pushing through those physical obstacles requires serious mechanical muscle under the hood. Based on the technical sheets, the standard powertrain is a 2.4-liter turbocharged four-cylinder engine known as the I-Force, delivering a robust 278 horsepower and 317 pound-feet of torque. For those seeking maximum performance and efficiency, the I-Force Max hybrid setup generates a massive 326 horsepower and 465 pound-feet of torque. This immense power is routed through either a smooth shifting 8-speed automatic transmission or a purist-friendly 6-speed manual gearbox equipped with rev-matching technology. Looking at class standards and independent testing data, this hybrid configuration propels the heavy truck from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just about 7 seconds, which is incredibly brisk for a dedicated off-roader. On paper, the utility and work aspects are equally well covered by the engineering team. The cargo bed features a 7% increase in overall volume compared to previous iterations, and the truck boasts a maximum payload capacity of 1,709 pounds alongside a towing capacity of 6,500 pounds, ensuring that hauling heavy dirt bikes or pulling a camper trailer is well within its mechanical wheelhouse. While I have not taken this specific model out on the trails myself to test the limits, analyzing the suspension geometry and factory specifications reveals that Toyota engineers prioritized crucial angles to maximize the effectiveness of that 11-inch clearance. The approach angle sits at a highly competitive 33.8 degrees, allowing the front bumper to clear steep inclines without scraping. The departure angle is rated at 23.5 degrees, while the breakover angle is 25.3 degrees, confirming that the vulnerable underbelly is well protected when cresting sharp hills. User reviews from the current generation platform indicate that the transition to the new coil spring multi-link rear suspension on higher trims drastically improves articulation over large rocks compared to the traditional leaf springs found on older models. Analyzing the chassis dynamics further, the vehicle utilizes the TNGA-F global truck platform, which is a fully boxed high-strength steel ladder frame. This is the exact same architecture that underpins larger vehicles in the corporate lineup, meaning the structural rigidity is massively over-engineered for a mid-size application. This immense stiffness is exactly what allows the specialized Fox or Old Man Emu suspension components to work efficiently without chassis flex compromising the ground clearance when one wheel is fully compressed and the opposite wheel is hanging free in the air. Furthermore, the 4x4 system features an electronically controlled 2-speed transfer case with high and low range gearing, which works in perfect harmony with the active traction control system and an electronic locking rear differential to prevent wheel slip in deep mud or snow. Inside the cabin, the technical specs show a significant upgrade in digitalization and situational awareness. Drivers are greeted by a massive 14-inch touchscreen infotainment display and a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster that displays vital off-road telematics, including real-time pitch and roll angles, which are absolutely crucial when maximizing that ground clearance on uneven and dangerous trails. Ultimately, the 2026 Toyota Tacoma combines robust turbocharged and hybrid power figures with substantial ground clearance measurements to maintain its dominant position in the highly competitive mid-size truck segment. The precise structural engineering under the chassis ensures that whether it is navigating a deeply rutted forest road or managing daily pavement duties, the mechanical foundation remains rock solid, highly capable, and ready for extreme environments.